How early is it for champ?
It's 6:30. We do this every day, every morning. We come 6:30. Oh, we get this thing moving. Going in for real work. Open up the gym and getting ready to start the day. I'm going to get my workout in. And then the guys going to start trickling the boxers. And then I'm going to train them and get them ready for their fights. I got 3 guys that's fighting. My first promotion that I'm doing up in Miramar at the Amphitheater. So I got those guys getting ready for that event. So I'm looking forward to that and looking forward to the day.
So, your promotional company you just started, what's the name of the promotional company?
Well, it's Road Warrior Promotion. Yeah, Road Warrior. You know, we've been a warrior for many years, you know what I mean? So I love that name, so I figure I should just carry that into the next journey.
What led you into training boxers?
Well, funny, one of the guys that's fighting, his name is Malik Lewis. Some 3 years ago, he came to me and said he wanted me to train him. So I said, no, I'm not interested in training anyone. I'm not interested in definitely training fighters because boxing has been so tough. And there's so much heartbreak. And I didn't want to go through that again. I've gone through enough of that in my own career. But he he didn't really buy into what I was saying. He just keep on begging me and keep on trying to talk me into it. So he finally convinced me and I decided that, okay, all right, I'll train you. I start you off and then I will move you on to somebody who I know that was training fighters. So I start training him and he start learning, and when you have a vision in your mind how you'd like something to turn out and you see it start to manifest, you see it start to come together, it's so fulfilling. I never experienced that before. You know what I mean? I've never have something in my thoughts and then trying to train someone through your thoughts and see it manifest in that way and see the person actually doing exactly what you want them to turn into. And the pleasure that I got out of that, it awake something that was inside of me sleeping that I didn't know was there. So I fell in love with teaching. And I said, wow, okay, this is something I didn't expect. So I start teaching. And that's what I call myself, a teacher. I'm teaching boxing. You know, I'm not a trainer. I just believe that trainers you can get from anywhere. You know, man, a teacher have to know what they're talking about. To teach you what you need to learn.
So it's been 3 years journey. Teaching.
Yeah, it's been 3 years of teaching, and I like the result. What I'm seeing. I mean, him I've been training now for 3 years. Obviously, everybody else is more recent, right? So I have guys that have been training for 2 years. Guys have been training for 6 months. Guys have been training for a year. Guys have been training for like 8 months. So it varies, but he's the senior guy, Malik. He's been with me the longest. He's the whole reason why I'm doing what I'm doing. So it's very fulfilling teaching. You know, being this trainer it's great. I love it. I love teaching the guys. I love training them. I love getting them ready, the preparation and everything. I enjoy it way more than I thought I would.
So, when you talk about heartbreaks, in your personal career, what was the highs and what was the lows?
Well, the highs for me is obviously when I won the world title against Clinton Woods. That was the major high because that set everything else up. Obviously, then when I beat Roy Jones, that was another level of high. But I know the foundation of getting to Roy Jones is beating Clinton Rhodes for the IBF title, because without that title I wouldn't have gotten a shot at Roy Jones. And then I end up getting a fight with Antonio Tarver and beat him as well. So, that's another high. But I never forget where I was coming from, the first high, which is the Clinton Woods fight, because that is the foundation. I mean, obviously, along with all of the heartbreaks that you had leading up to that, because there was plenty of fights that I know I won. All the persons who saw the fights know I won those fights, and they gave it to the other guy. So those are the biggest heartbreaks, and again, those wins that I'm talking about are the highest of the highs.
So basically they beat you on the scorecard.
Yes, I mean, the guy inside the ring couldn't beat me, but the three men outside the ring could, so they did.
So is Tarver and Jones still your nemesis?
No, I mean, I don't have no issues with no one that I fought, because they are part of my journey. They are my legacy, that's what make me who I am. Those guys help me make money to feed my family and make my life better. Why would I have any issue with them? I mean, I know some boxers or some people have problems with people that they compete against. But without competition, you wouldn't be anything. So for me, I love my competition. I embrace it. It's what it's about.
So you brought the island flair to the ring?
I would like to think so. I mean, for me, I just being myself, you know what I mean? I like having fun, and I just be myself, and, each different persons can look at it and call it whatever they feel to call it, you know what I mean? Some people can look at it and say it's this island flavor. Some persons can say that's just being Glen. I know some people can say he's a crazy guy. You know what I mean? It all depends on your perspective.
So in your daily routine, I see you come to the gym at 6:30 in the morning, and then I see you get your grind on, you know, hit the bags and stuff, of always staying in shape and always being
Yeah, well, I want to age gracefully. I've seen ex-athletes, and I see what they look like after they finish, they retire. So I don't really want that for myself, you know what I mean? And us as athletes, we have bad eating habits, because when you work out, you train as hard as we do, you eat whatever you want. And those habits are harder to break than anything else, when you have. So that's why you see us, when we retire from whatever sport we're doing, we just got fat. Well, obviously you're older at that time, so everything fall apart quickly. So I didn't want that for myself, you know what I mean? So I try my best to curb my eating habits, but that's hard to do. But all habit is trained, so I just say, you know what, let's just stick with the training. Sometimes I don't feel like doing it, but I do it anyway just because it's easier to do this, to train and keep my body in shape and go run, because I've been doing it for so many years and I'm used to doing it. And it also is a double-edged sword, because sometimes you do it for so many years and you just feel like, I'm tired of doing it. And I do get that feeling once in a while, but it's easier than say, oh man, I'm not going to eat that steak. Oh, I'm not going to eat this plate of food because,
Wait, so no more yam and dumpling and no more oxtail?
Obviously you have to eat that. Oxtail is my favorite thing to eat. I mean, I love oxtail, so I have to eat that.
And some roast breadfruit?
Roast breadfruit. Well, I don't like roast breadfruit. I like it roast and then fried.
Yes.
You know what I mean? I don't like it roast by itself. Yeah, exactly.
Right?
Yeah. I like that. So, I like it roasted and then you fry it, and some ackee and saltfish. Come on, man. How can I pass that up and just say, oh, I'd rather sit down and don't train and don't eat that. No, I'd rather eat that and train if I have to.
What's your advice for young fighters now? For your guys and for
for young fighters, the one thing they have to know that they mentally have to be ready for boxing. They have to be ready to fight, because if you're not, you're going to be disappointed, because boxing is not easy, it's not just for the fun or whatever. This is hard work and serious dedication, and some guys can get lucky and get somewhere, but if you really want to beat the odds and get to where you need to get to, there is a mental preparation that you have to go through to prepare yourself for the journey.
Can you tell us what was your mental preparation when you got into the ring?
Well, I mean, for me, when I step inside the ring, the first thing that I think about is, who am I fighting? Because you watch tapes and you see a lot of fights with your opponent that he fight. There are some things that will change over time, and there are some things that won't change over time. So you have to figure out who you're fighting, what their loss or what they still have with them right now. Once you figure out who you're fighting, have a better understanding in how to attack them and how to take care of that fight. You might need to cut the ring off more because they're moving more, which way they're moving, and all of those things. You got to figure that out. Once you figure it out, then you have an attack plan.
Do you think the fighters today are being treated fair?
Well,
when you were coming up?
I mean, I don't know how these guys are being treated, to be honest with you. So I honestly can't say if they're treated fair or they're not being treated fair. The one thing that I can say, based on experience, it's very hard to be treated fair from your boss. The person who pays you always trying to get the cheapest labor that they can get. That's just the way the world works. They try to keep as much as they can for themselves, their friends and family, and they try to give you the least that they can and you will put up with. So you have to fight for yours and try to get your fair share of what you deserve, know your worth, and try to seek it out. Will you get it? Most of the time you won't. Once in a while you will. But you have to just know your worth and go for it. But I know most bosses, or every boss, no boss want to pay you what you deserve because they don't want to give away, or it's not giving away, but they want to keep as much as they can.
In boxing now, right, with the young guys out there, who's your favorite?
I like Crawford. I think Crawford is probably the second best fighter in the world right now. I also like Machenko. That's how you pronounce his name. I like him as well. Very good technical fighter. I'm looking forward to his fight that's coming up. I know the kid that he's fighting, a local kid from around here. I know him ever since he was like 8 years old. So I'm actually hoping he would win. I like Machenko, but I'm hoping he lose this fight, obviously. And then there's what's his name now? I forgot his name. You have the car accident. Errol Spence, which is my favorite fighter.
I'm so glad.
Which I think he's the best fighter of this generation. And so that's one of the guys that I like. There's another guy, Hispanic guy with the red hair.
He's the real Joseph?
No, the guy from Mexico, Canelo. Yeah, I love Canelo. Canelo is, I don't understand how Canelo keep beating what's his name? Gigi. He keep beating Gigi, and they keep saying Gigi win. This is the stupidest thing I keep hearing. I don't understand that method. I don't know where they get. I don't know how they watch boxing and understand what's going on. When he boxed Gigi, and boxed his ears off, they say he ran. And then when he walked down GG in the second fight and beat the crap out of him, bully style, they still say, I don't understand what's going on. It's the first time I've ever seen such a thing.
Who is Glen Johnson today?
Well, Glen Johnson today is a 51-year-old man that's extremely happy. I'm actually at the happiest point in my life that I've ever been, because there's a lot of different reasons why I'm happy. I don't have a lot of things that used to stress me before in my life anymore. So that by itself is a big relief. And at this point in my life, I have that exhale moment where you can, and I can enjoy life a lot more. So for me, yeah, I'm a 51-year-old man that's very happy, a Jamaican American guy who enjoy America and enjoy Jamaica and enjoy the time we have left on the land.